What's up, everybody? It's your boy J-Rod and welcome to the channel. So today's video is going to be a life update. I do realize that the majority of my subscribers, y'all don't really care about my personal life. Y'all just care about specific content, particularly DR content or any type of travel content, but we're not in that space right now. And so that is actually what this video is about, why I have not been really present on YouTube as much. I do realize that I've kind of like neglected my channel a little bit, but it's for a good reason. You probably already noticed by the title of this video is I have officially quit trucking. So I've quit my full-time job as a truck driver and I'm officially retired from the industry. This was always a part of the plan. I always knew coming into it that I was going to quit trucking eventually at some point. So just a couple of years ago, I did make a video explaining that my reasoning for even getting into trucking was so that I can start my own business. Now the question is, why did I choose to get my CDL? Pretty much in 2018, I've been working on this personal business plan that I'm not going to talk too much about just because I'm one of those people, I like to just let the results speak for itself. But in order to start this business, I need a very large lump sum of money. And so I was like, how do I obtain this money without having to go back to school, even though I got my degree? Don't use my degree. That's a different video for a different day. But I was like, how do I get a shit ton of money real quick without having to go back to school? Boom, CDL. I wanted to be able to allocate enough money, so I was able to do that. And I gave myself a hard, concrete timeline of 5 years, but I was actually able to do it under 2 years, which I'm actually really proud of myself for being able to do that. But yeah, it's just crazy just knowing that I quit my full-time job. I know some people are probably thinking like, damn, you know, is that scary or do you feel nervous by doing that? And honestly, man, I've contemplated on this a lot, but at this point in my life, I just have to do things that make sense. And so I knew in order for me to get to the next step of what I'm trying to do, I had to leave my full-time job. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now is I had to give myself more time. And that's why I have not been posting on YouTube, is because I've just been grinding, working. Okay, I'll be in the truck, you know, doing 14-hour shifts. Sometimes I would never even come home. I'll always be away from home. And I'll be on the road with my laptop, just working, trying to get things together. And so trying to run a full-time business and work a full-time job, and I'm putting in 60 plus hours a week, like it is really difficult to do that. And it's not impossible, but it just would have took me a lot longer to get to the next level. So that's why essentially I realized that I had to leave trucking. Every day when I was in the truck, I was just like, man, I could really be grinding real hard with my business and potentially earn myself more capital than what I'm making doing trucking. So I will make a separate video explaining kind of the specifics of why I left trucking, like just for people who are interested in it. Like I said, I know this is a travel channel and a lot of people, y'all don't care about these things. And honestly, I'm at this point now, I'm just gonna post. So whether you like it, watch it or not, I'm just gonna post it out here. I do understand that there are people on my channel who watch for particular content, but this channel is about me. So y'all are seeing my life journey and the things I post. If you do wanna see me on a daily basis, I do recommend you to follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna put the link down below. That is where I post every single day. So you can see what I do with my day-to-day life when I'm not on YouTube, which like I said, YouTube, it just takes a lot. You gotta record, edit, upload, and I just was not having time to do that. But now that I'm not working in a typical job, I'm working for myself now, I have a little bit more time to upload content. So if there's anything particular you want me to talk about, please let me know down below, or you can DM me. I'm definitely gonna get back on my travel game, but right now I just really been focused on work and just grinding. Like my whole 20s, and I forgot who I told this, I think I was talking to my mom. I was like, man, like my 20s is just all about grinding, like hard. I've been working so hard, y'all, like y'all don't understand. Y'all, I'm an extremely hard worker. I do truly believe if you work hard enough at anything, you can accomplish the goal that you're trying to meet. And so I have very high standards for the life that I want to live. I have the vision for the life that I want to live. And I do believe in myself enough to have the confidence and the ability to achieve that. I never doubted myself. I always believe like I can do it because I'm so grounded in everything I do. If there's anything that I do in life that I'm dedicated to, I'm gonna give 110% every single time. People who know me personally knows this about me. So I truly believe that I'm going to achieve the thing that I'm trying to accomplish. When I have a vision for something, like I just have to go all the way out with it. I never believe in half-ass doing anything. And so that's what I kind of want to talk in this video about, is just like taking that leap of faith. So like I stated, I'm no longer working for a company. I'm completely independent on my own. I don't have like some huge sponsor or investor backing me up doing this. I'm completely independent, funding my own money, putting my own money into this, okay, putting lots of money into this. And, you know, I do believe that I'm going to get the return on my investment. So that's why I feel like I'm even more motivated to do this, because I am putting money into this. And yeah, it is a little bit scary because, you know, you are kind of, I ain't gonna say taking a risk, but you know, there's no certainty in the future. You don't really know what the future holds, but you just have to really trust yourself and be confident. And I am a very confident person. You know, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't confident. And so, yeah, I'm completely out here on my own, solo dolo. I still gotta pay rent, I still got bills, you know, so that is even pushing me harder to grind for myself. So my biggest issue was time. I was not having the time to do what I needed to do. So I've eliminated about 80% of the problem. So if I just grind hard for the next 30 days, I know I'm gonna put myself in a position to be able to do the things that I need to do to get to the next phase, okay? So everything is kind of like step by step. And so if you are somebody who's in a situation where you're straddling the fence on trying to figure out if you should leave a situation, it's not necessarily a job, it can be relationships, friendships, okay, or even a job if you feel like you need to leave a job. I'm not saying take wild shots, and what I mean by this is don't just blindly just start doing things. You need to have a strategy. And there was a video I made a long time ago that I actually took down because I now looking back at it, it was just kind of immature of me to speak this way. But I was talking about not having a plan B. I remember when I made this video and there were some people telling me like, you know, there's nothing wrong with having a plan B, but I was so adamant about, no, like you gotta stick to a plan A, you gotta do this plan A. And through time and maturity, I realized that it is okay to have a second plan to action, or a detour, as they would like to say. You know, in trucking, you know, you have your route and what you want to do, but sometimes you hit a roadblock and you might have to take a detour. And I didn't really try to make that analogy. You know, ironically, we talk about trucking. It's true, like you do need to be able to pivot. And that is a skill that I just developed through time, because I know that things do not go as planned. When you are going through life or navigating challenging situations, you do need to be able to pivot, because if you don't have a plan to action, then you're literally gonna freeze. And that's what happens to a lot of people, and then they just kind of crash. So for the people who are straddling the fence about what to do next, or if they wanna even make this huge leap of faith, and whatever it is you wanna do in life, and it doesn't even have to be work related, it could be losing weight, it could be trying to find somebody and you're single. If you are doing the same exact thing every single day, there is no way you're gonna see change in your life. If you press 2 + 2 in the calculator every single day, it's gonna say 4. So in order for you to make change, you have to change, okay? If you want to lose weight, you have to change your eating habits, or you're gonna continue to be the same size or even bigger. If you want to find your love life or a relationship, like let's say you wanna find somebody, you know, if you sit in the house all day, every day, how in the world are you gonna be able to find, you know, your person out there? So it's the same thing that applies with anything that you do in life. If you want to see change, you have to make change, plain and simple. And so once I was able to understand this and really implement that within my life, I have noticed significant changes just within these 72 hours. Like I said, I quit my job about 3 days ago, and just within these 72 hours, I've already seen major changes. Okay, now, am I saying that I know what the future holds and will I ever go back to trucking? I never say never. And one of the things that I guess helped me feel so confident doing this is knowing that if, God forbid, something goes wrong and I have to hop back in the truck, I could do it, because with the CDL, one thing that people don't know is that you can get a job the same day you apply. So all I gotta do is call up a trucking company and then boom, I'm right back in the truck making money. So to me, it wasn't really scary about like job security. I know with the CDL, I'm always gonna have a job. As long as I don't got no DUIs or suspended license or anything crazy, I can always go back to the truck. But I always leave that option open for me just in case something happens. Once again, I feel like that part of my life no longer fulfills me. And even when people ask me like, what is your occupation? I would never tell people that I'm a truck driver. I would tell people I drive trucks. And for those who don't understand what that means is that I never saw that as a career. That was just a means to get to the next step, kind of like a stepping stone. So yeah, I knew I was doing it temporarily for now to get to the next goal, but that's not just what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be in a truck for 20 to 30 plus years. And no offense to people who do it, that just really was not my goal and intention coming into trucking. So I do appreciate all the support and love that I got on my Instagram. Many people were overwhelmingly supportive and positive, And so I do appreciate that, guys, because I'm definitely gonna need the positivity coming my way. Seeing you guys' DMs, and I really do appreciate it. And I'm just very proud of myself, man, because it's not easy to leave comfort, you know, and sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to get to the things that you want to do in life. The other day I was thinking I wish my father was alive to see this, because I know he definitely would have been on board with this all the way. My dad, he was a huge hustler, entrepreneur. This dude was always working, grinding, trying to make jobs happen. I mean, this dude, he was flipping houses. Him and my mom, they had a clothing store in the 90s. I mean, like, they were just really running shit. So I think that's where I get it from, honestly. So yeah, I'm just really excited. I don't really feel nervous anymore, because I think I planned this out. So this isn't just something that I'm just arbitrarily doing. Like, this is definitely like a strategic method, and I'm still not done yet, you know, because once I get this business going, then I'm gonna move on to the next section, which we ain't at that part yet, but I have been documenting everything, so y'all are gonna see the way. In terms of what the business is, I haven't disclosed that yet, just because I'm still in the early stages of getting things together, but y'all will eventually see it when it does come. But yeah, guys, just wish me luck. And if you were somebody out there that is afraid to take that leap of faith, this video is for you. Just go ahead and do it, because if you don't take action now, then you're never gonna do it. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. I stay safe out there. Wish me luck, and thank you for the support, guys. I really do appreciate it. All right, peace out.